The next person I would like to invite up to the mic is a dear friend of mine. She also is one of the co-organizers of today's event. She's with this amazing group over here, Love and Protect. So I'd like to invite Chez Rumpf up to speak. Chez is also a part of the No New Prisons campaign, which you'll hear about in a little bit.
Thank you, Dina.
Just make sure you're in front of these two.
Got it. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. My name is Chez Rumpf. I have the privilege and joy today to speak as a member of Love and Protect. We are the Chicago chapter of Survived and Punished, and we're a volunteer collective that provides direct support to women and gender nonconforming people of color who have been criminalized for self-defense. We work from an abolitionist framework, which means that we understand the state is a main perpetrator of gendered violence. And we seek solutions to interpersonal gender-based violence that do not rely on violence institutions like police and prisons. A dear friend of mine asked me earlier this week, "How is your heart?" I've been thinking a lot about that question. The truth is, my heart is heavy, and I'm guessing of you many feel the same. How could we not? How could we not feel the heaviness of this world? How could we not carry the grief and the anger that accompany the steady stream of stories about gender-based violence? From the U.S.-Israeli bombing of a girls' primary school in Iran in February, the heartbreaking domestic violence homicides in Shreveport, Louisiana, and Annandale, Virginia last month, ongoing abductions by ICE, including their strategy of posting up outside of the domestic violence courthouse as recently as this past Thursday. Shaquinice Kimbrough, a black woman who was shot and killed by her abusive partner in a UIC parking lot in February while she was trying to go to a doctor's appointment. Trish Colombo, being denied parole yet again, despite an outpouring of support and clear, irrefutable evidence of her victimization. And as you just heard, a young mother who was held in contempt of court and thrown into Cook County Jail for speaking truth to power, after her own mother endured yet another dehumanizing, dismissive court ruling. And the relentless stories coming out of Logan Prison about the inhumane conditions there. How do we keep going? How do we resist the heaviness? I'm also thinking about the beautiful 10-year anniversary celebration Survived and Punished recently held. Several criminalized survivors who now are free were present, and they reflected on their own experiences. But they did not focus on the violence. They did not talk about their court cases or incarceration. They talked about the care and the power they felt when they connected with Survived and Punished and a community of organizers who believed them and fought relentlessly for their freedom. They talked about finding a home in the movement and how they are fighting for their friends and loved ones who remain inside jails, prisons, and detention centers. Each freedom campaign has sustained and grown a larger movement to end all forms of gender-based violence. We resist the heaviness by doing the messy, everyday work of abolition, and not just imagining a world without police and prisons, but building that world together. For Love and Protect, that means unapologetically supporting criminalized survivors through commissary support, letter writing, contributing to defense campaigns, clemency, and other types of post-conviction relief cases, court support, and welcoming survivors home. Visit our table over here, learn about the work that we are doing, write a note to an incarcerated survivor, write a letter to Governor Pritzker asking him to finally do something about the piles of clemency petitions sitting on his desk. We are talking about hundreds of people and hundreds of years that he could give back with the stroke of a pen. Thank you for being here today. Let's commit to making sure even more survivors who today are incarcerated in Cook County Jail, Decatur, and Logan are here with us in person next year to celebrate. Let's come back next year and let's free them all.
Thank you, Chez. Thank you for making those important connections that this is not just an issue in the US, this is a worldwide issue. Gender-based violence happens all over the place. And when we end gender-based violence, we free them all, right? Free them all.